What was the first piece of music you made?
The first piece of music I made was I was on vacation with my family at my aunt's and uncle's house in Michigan, and they had a piano in the basement, and I just sat there and I was like, oh, I can write music here. Because I didn't really have anything else to do. You know, I like when you're at a relative's house, it's kind of a perfect time to just want to get away into a basement and sit at a piano. So that's how it happened.
Do you have a favorite band or musician?
That's a good question. You know, I really like my friends' music. Some of my friends have written some music that I think is like absolutely amazing, and I listen to that a lot. But you know, I like a lot of things from different periods in time. I mean, a lot of older stuff from, you know, the middle 20th century, like jazz things like John Coltrane and Miles Davis. I listen to a lot of that, or you know, bands like the Beatles. I listen to that sort of thing. From right now, you know, I don't exactly know what's on the radio all the time, but I get into some things. And my daughter's 3, so probably in a few years, that's all we'll be listening to, is whatever's on the radio.
Did your family support your musical career?
They did. Yeah, I was really lucky. When I realized I wanted to be a musician, they said, okay, you know, you're going to have to kind of make that work, in terms of they didn't know what to do and they weren't musicians themselves, but I figured out how to get my music played and how to get support, you know, scholarships and things for different places. So that's something I could definitely talk to you about if you ever decide you want to become a musician, and help you figure out how to navigate the way, because it's kind of a wild world, especially now. Everything's changing. You know, there's a different world of music than even when I was a kid. But it's interesting. It's a really interesting career.
Do you have a favorite kind of like music you like to write?
I like to write for people I know, and you know, this to me counts, because I knew that I'd be working with you guys, and I got to hear you sing in your holiday concert last year, some of you, and so just being able to work directly with people, that's the most important thing. Sometimes I get asked to write pieces where I don't get to meet the people until I, you know, fly to that city, and I just sort of land, and I haven't really had a chance to work with them, and that can be nice, but it's not as fun, not as interesting, and not as meaningful as like working with real human beings.
Do you like to get like a rhythm first, or choose words first when you're writing?
When I'm writing for words, because not all my pieces have words, I always start with the words first, because words have a rhythm inside them, and it can be really hard to kind of push against that rhythm. Like, words are just made up of sounds, and the sounds tell you kind of how the piece and the different phrases and parts of the piece have to be structured. So I always kind of ask the words what to do.
Me, I wrote a little bit of a song, but that's it.